Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rahmah. My student number is 034. Okay, I will read the result of the summary I made. Research is a broad idea with many manifestations. Talk generally aiming at better understanding of some phenomenon in orientation and select for their practically and real possibilities for implementation by less experience and often less well support. Qualitative research is likely to be a particularly effective approach to social and effective issues in LLE. In their recent introduction to research for teachers and novice research, explore three types of qualitative research. All discussed is in Chapter 7. Case study research, into introspection research, verbal protocols, and classroom research, interaction analysis. Educational research today is increasingly qualitative or naturalistic in orientations. Unfortunately, research based on ideas of language learning as an individual's psychological achievement still tend to dominate research in second language acquisition. Qualitative research, sometimes known as naturalistic research, may be understood broadly to refer to an interest in nuance and detail of particular individual cases and situations. Qualitative research set to study things so far possible in their natural settings, rather than out of context or in contrived or possibly distorting experimental settings. Qualitative research is flexible and not dogmatically tied to any single method. Qualitative research in education then is a recognition of the irreducibly local and situational nature of educational interactions between students and teachers, between teachers and students, and books and material and other research. Qualitative research recognizes that there is no refuge from interpretation and theory interested knowledge. All human activities, including classroom, teacher and student, and research on all this, is inevitably interpretative, practical, and selective. Consistent with a commitment to qualitative research is an interest to action research. Since R involves participants values participants' perspective and accept the importance of local circumstances. Research methods for LLE with examples: ethnographic and qualitative studies of literature in language education are advocated because the relative neglect to that of student perspective on LLE. This chapter therefore proceeds broadly from the more controlled and experimental to more qualitative, naturalistic, and action research-oriented methods, which are more likely to engage with and be more practical to teachers who have access to relevant situations. A chosen research approach will tend to entail certain methods rather than others. Research need to keep their minds open. Some like method for investigating various aspects of literature. Method of data collections. First, think out loud protocols or free writing. Second, diaries, journals. Third, verbal or written recalls, summaries. 4. Could recalls. 5. Interviews, uh, like students, teacher, parents, or other stakeholders, anyone who may influence what occurs in the learning situations. Structure or semi-structure or free. 6 questions. 7 observations of class, individuals, like student and teacher or others. Place or libraries, book use, staff rooms, cafe or others. Activities like reading, teaching, studying or others. 8 files, notes, individual reading behaviors, timing, eye moving studies or others. Next, controlled experience, case students and plus triangles and triangulations of sums of the above. Experimental research. Experimental research, strictly confined, is difficult for most of us to carry out in the ordinary course of duties because of the need for strict controls. Nevertheless, emphasizes the practical difficulty in educational context of strict experimentalism. Normally, experimental purity is booked at the expense of the ecological facility on which qualitative research places on high premium. Thank you and thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.